kind of squeezing in the first part of those verses, but that's because when I first write a song, I'm focusing on the words I'm saying instead of thinking about the next part. And that's what really gets me when I go to play shows. I'll forget that I should be thinking about the next part so I don't stumble over the beginning of the next verse, you know? So I need to practice that a little bit. And boy, I wanna tell you everything I've learned, 'cause I know your world has left you aching, bruised, and burned. And here we see I leave that space in there because I wanna leave that space, but I can't because I wrote too many words. 'Cause I know your world has left you aching, bruised, and burned. When I looked up, I saw my ceiling fan. I knew that I'd never get to see you again. There we go. You know, and that when that verse ends, when I get back to that C, you know, that's when I bring in some pad or some like ambient kind of electric guitars to make it feel like it just got more intense, you know, to make it feel like there's gonna be more energy in this next verse. Like this is where I write about reconciling that, you know. Up until this point, I've been kind of bringing out this character, this boy, and now I want to develop him in a way that I didn't get to in the dream, you know. And here's the part where I'm thinking about recording. You know, I think, for better or for worse, I think about like the entire process of a song when I write it, you know? So I'm thinking like, during this chorus, because there's so many words that need to be squeezed in, and boy, I wanna tell you everything I've learned, 'cause I know, you know, that second line, 'cause I know, I'm thinking like, this is where we add, you know, multiple tracks of me singing. So I can hang on like, I wanna tell you everything I've learned. So I don't have to rush really hard, you know, I don't have to like, and then go, 'cause I know. I can just have another voice like smoothly just come in and say, 'cause I know this world has left you aching, bruised, and burned. Right? And then, you know, after that, the same thing. You know, maybe the original track comes back in, and I just want to make it so that, you know, professionals do this all the time. You know, they have multiple tracks of them saying, you know, like this line, and then a new track for them saying the next line, so it doesn't feel cramped. And I want it to not feel cramped. So I think that's what I'm going to do when I record it. I should write down the chord progression, actually, for the chorus, because I haven't done that yet, and it's a little bit different. C, E minor, D, C. And then at the end, it's just C, D, C. And now we have to write another verse. Actually, what I'm thinking is that this song might be my favorite songs are the songs that are short and concise and they tell a story, but they tell it well. You know, I was talking about how I really love, you know, There by the Wonder Years because of that line, I'm sorry I don't laugh at the right times. It's a short song, it's less than 3 minutes long. It's a short song, but it tells a lot in the few words it has. If you look up the lyrics and you find them if you see them written down, you see how few lyrics there are. So now I'm thinking, this is probably going to be one of those short songs because there's a difference between expanding an idea and inflating that idea. You know, it's like writing an essay. You know, sometimes you just make up a bunch of bullshit to make it longer because you're required to have it so long. But I think that's not a healthy way of writing if you've already said what you need to say and you've said it well. So I have to make sure that I can say what I need to say, you know, and not add extra fluff that'll take away from that point. I'm just gonna bust out a little stopwatch app, you know, and see how much time this song is. And then from there I'll decide, you know, maybe it needs a little bit more, you know, 1.5 minutes isn't long enough even for a short song, or, you know, maybe it's good, maybe I just need like a couple more words to finalize it. Here we go. dream, I wrote a song for a special boy. He was 12 or 13, living with his mom in Illinois. He was different from the other kids. This is just no way to live. Every growing boy needs space to grow. And boy, I wanna tell you everything I've learned. And though I know your world has left you aching, bruised and burned, when I looked up and saw my ceiling fan, I knew that I'd never get to see you again. Yeah, so even though I was playing kind of fast, it's, you know, a minute and 20 seconds. So I think even if I played it slow, it'd only be about like a minute 30, a minute 40. There are songs that are like a minute and a half long that I love. They are so powerful, but I don't think I've said everything I need to say, you know, but I was just doing a little check to see where I am on time. So second verse, you know, structured and metered in the same way as the first verse, I think, which makes it easy because that pattern is really nice and repeating. Night in a dream. This is the part where I run out of idea that I already had that fit really well, and I need to like think of a good part of the story to add that is still relevant and powerful. That interruption really ruined my momentum. So you're just gonna sit and he's staring for a little bit. I think I should just pick up the uke and start playing. You'll notice that you can actually hear the shutter going on this camera. I think it's shutter, who knows. You can actually hear it because the camera sucks and the microphones are right below the lens. And so in addition to hearing me sing and write and talk about things that I think about when I'm writing, you will also hear a little you're stuck with that, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for that. He was different from the other kid. This is just no way to live, every growing boy. What do I want to say in the second verse? I want to paint this experience in a productive rather than destructive way. I want to kind of at least bring a level of consideration. The young people are frustrated with old people because they don't understand, and old people insist that they do understand, but I just want to bring this element into it that says your experiences are going to be different, and neither party can blame the other for their experience being different, but you gotta just work with what is the experience right now.